really important, I think, for military planners around the world to realize that your security doesn't just stop at the border, but really needs to be spread to all the facilities.
Does the recent example of Ukraine's stunning use of drones against billions of dollars worth of Russian bombers show how asymmetric warfare is already a new battlefield?
It 100% does. If you look at the cost of those drones, they are $500 drones destroying billions of dollars of expensive military equipment. And interestingly, it also mixes the idea of asymmetric warfare itself, of the technology, with how it's actually deployed. So you had a deception tactic of those drones delivered to the edge of the airfields deep inside of Russia and then deployed on a moment's notice, essentially. And that is also really important, I think, for military planners around the world to realize that your security doesn't just stop at the border, but really needs to be spread to all the facilities, and lessons for Australia there as well.
What has the illustration of that technology in that war, the Russia-Ukraine war, meant for the manufacturers of drones and autonomous systems already? How much is this sector now worth?
Well, the sector will be worth many billions of dollars. So we're seeing drones as the new king of the battlefield. In Ukraine, we're seeing more tanks destroyed by drones than dedicated anti-tank products like javelins and NLAWs. So with it is the rise of counter-drone sector itself. How do you protect your sensitive equipment against cheap drones, essentially having $500 drone destroying $5 million tank, or as we've seen with Operation Spiderweb, expensive airplanes.
Tell us about the contract you've announced to the ASX today.
Today we have announced a $62 million contract for a bunch of counter-drone equipment that we make here in Australia, all designed, manufactured in Australia. We're based in Sydney for deployment for a European customer.
What more can you tell us about that particular customer? Is it a national defence program?
It's a defence customer of one of main European governments, and so they've been evaluating us for a period of time. It will go towards the military deployment as soon as it is delivered over the next couple of months.
Do you expect the ongoing rise of drone warfare is going to be a hot topic among NATO members in the Netherlands this week as they continue to discuss increasing the defence spend?
Well, drones is very much the future of the war. It doesn't necessarily displace the kings of the battlefield like tanks and artillery and so on, but it is critical. It's the technology of the future, and so we expect drones and counter-drone technology, and in fact seeing it already being in top 10 items that any military is demanding today.
The Australian government says it's sticking with the AUKUS submarine program. From your position, do you believe AUKUS is fit for purpose?
AUKUS is critical in the sense of Australia is at the end of the world. We don't possess a lot of technologies that US and UK have, and we certainly live in the times where dictators worldwide, authoritative regimes decide to have a go at changing the rules-based order. So I think here in Australia we should seek to be as much of part of global coalition of democracies, and AUKUS is a primary such instrument. And in fact, DroneShield is already participating in the AUKUS structure, and we already supply to the US and UK militaries. And in the context of submarines, our world is protecting those submarine yards from drone incursions.
Oleg Vornik, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.